never stop to look at you. You like a treasure. You like a treasure.
大家好，在接下来几期的内容呢，我们会跟大家介绍最新的一个发展的趋势。因为达拉斯的发展方向是一路向北，那么现在已经到了格林郡的最北端。那么接下来的几期呢，我们会跟大家介绍这个城市叫安娜，它的一些新的发展的房地产的发展的趋势以及资讯，包括它的一些工业园区，包括它的新的一些生活社区的开发的进展情况，跟大家陆续做一个介绍。欢迎大家呢持续关注我们的频道，同时呢点上屏幕上的小铃铛，欢迎大家订阅。我们跟大家介绍的呢是位于安纳的大型的工业园区，它呢是位于达拉斯北，距达拉斯的市中心呢有30英里，也是在格林郡最北端，离75号公路呢有3英里距离，然后呢是在位于这个我们格林郡的这个外环。占地是85英亩，然后呢，在未来呢是会开发到370万平方英尺的这样一个工业的园区，所有的用地呢是可以用于工业的这个仓储、生产以及物流等等的使用。而且呢，那个安纳呢市政呢会有一个非常好的优惠政策，包括在税收方面的企业的所得税、个人的所得税以及房地产税上面有一个非常好的优惠政策和减免。刚才呢，我们简单介绍了，也同时航拍了这个位于安纳的这个工业园区，一共是85英亩的这样的一个未来的规划。那么接下来呢，我们也特别的安排了一个会议，是跟这个安纳经发局的负责人聊一下呢，这个他们市政对于这个工业园区未来的一些设想、一些规划。
The EDC bought the park about 4 years ago. So they bought the property, they really didn't market it. It's a really good site, and you've got infrastructure. You've got, sewer line runs on the east side of the property. Yeah, and there's a railroad, right? So the property actually there's potential for rail access for users that needs. So that's a city water storage tank.
Okay.
And then you can see the power lines on the front.
Okay.
The back side of the property, there's a road. It's County Road 421, but it's also called Foster Crossing. That would eventually be improved. But this Highway 5 will be 4 lane in the next probably 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
And then you can see 75 is only about another mile and a half.
The outer loop will be extended to 6 lanes.
It will eventually 6 lane. It'll be a 6 lane freeway eventually.
Freeway. Okay.
All the way it goes all the way to Denton County line east. It goes to Rockwall County. It will. And then fiber, you'll have access to multiple fiber users.
Okay.
Or AT&T, GCEC, and Suddenlink. So you have fiber out there as well. So, so like I said, we've really been pushing. We have a lot of interest. Most of our users, I would say, most of them are looking to, buy 3 to 5 acres and then build.
3 to 5 acres. Okay.
We've had a few that are looking to build with more rental lease. And most of them, again, I would say the average is 3 to 5 acres, but a couple of the projects have been 10, 12 acres. One manufacturer needs about 250,000 square feet, and I think the other one, the rail user, is probably 250,000.
Okay.
So we've actually entertained a few groups that look to buy the whole property and develop it themselves, but right now we've been focused on kind of parcel by parcel.
So when do you anticipate to kick out the phase 1?
We would hope the second quarter of this year, if we get the project,
really?
If we can get a deal done, possibly in the next 6 months.
Close.
Yeah, you're about halfway between McKinney and Sherman, so you've got a good workforce. It's a high growth market.
Yeah.
Melissa's growing, Anna's growing, Van Alstyne. Because you have a lot of companies that want to be stateside, that need facilities, distribution, manufacturers.
Right.
And then, like I said, we've got a lot of other developments.
The location-wise is a really good spot. Yeah.
It is. We got all the housing developments. I mean, we've got probably 6 or 7 new housing developments, including the Riesland, which is a Chinese.
Riesland.
So they've got a big.
They bought around, right?
They own about 3,000 acres
3,000 acres.
at the north end of the city into Van Alstyne. But it's exciting. It's a big mixed use. They'll have some office. But yeah, there's that shows you the infrastructure right there. That was the original plan. So now we're probably showing 2 roads coming off of the outer loop to kind of create more on the west side as well. And you can see how close you are there. I mean, you drive it, McKinney's not far.
Yeah.
You got access to workforce.
Right.
Pricing is much better. A lot of industrial land in McKinney, Frisco, getting up there. So we think we're priced well.
You have a price tag already?
So we've asked $250 for the whole site, and then of course we also offer incentives from the economic development side for projects based on jobs, investment. So we've been pretty aggressive on trying to incentivize projects, especially that are job producers. And obviously we can negotiate on land because we own the site. So we have a lot of negotiation potential there as well. So we could come up with a reimbursement. So we're open to any number of ways that works for somebody. So we're open. I mean, for a big project, we would certainly, be very open to some good incentives. So there's flexibility. That's the key. It's a flexible deal.
New houses building.
And we're doing about 100 to 120 permits, single-family permits a month. 12 to 15,000 lots that could develop over probably the next 10, 20 years. So Anna could be 100,000 people in 30, 40 years, just depending on the density and how quickly the density. A lot of multifamily projects looking, senior living, traditional multifamily, a lot of medical projects on 75. This is the housing more affordable in this area for a lot of families. So that's bringing a lot of the growth, which is good. And we're getting more retail. Of course, COVID has slowed down the more commercial, but that's why we need jobs here so people don't have to travel, because most of our workers go to Plano, Frisco, McKinney. Cities are not always very pro-development. They're hard to work with. That's not Anna. We're very open to work with people and get projects through as quickly as possible.
那么刚刚呢，我们和这个安纳市的市政的经发局的局长 Joy Grisham 刚刚举行了一个会议。那么会议呢，大家听到了相当多的内容，其中包括呢，市政的对一些基础建设的一些政策、一些近期的计划，以及呢他们在税收、房地产税、公司的所得税以及工业园区里面的所有的库存产品的这个库存税，所有方面的优惠和减免的政策。整体来讲呢，这个项目呢是非常诱人的项目，而且呢这个地块呢，他们已经开始现在分割出售，最少的呢可以在1英亩到2英亩可以分批购买，而且价格呢也不贵。在未来的这个几期里面，我们会跟大家呢做一个进一步的内容更新。感谢大家收看，欢迎大家订阅我们阳光地产频道，同时呢，持续关注我们未来的节目，谢谢。